Heyo! Hello, everyone. Good
Hey!
morning, good afternoon. Welcome to your new favorite day of the week, MOTUesday, episode number 5.
We made it to 5.
Number 5. Count them on your fingers.
Excellent intro.
Yeah. Tonight we
That's an excellent intro, boys.
It is a great intro. It's bloody
Adam
brilliant.
did it.
Well, I did it, and then Zazel put some extras on there and made it pop.
I put some thunder on there because I'm the thunder from down under.
Right. There we go.
From down under.
Next week we're going to add some emojis that dance around.
Yeah, let's vilify it.
Let's do it. All right, good to see you guys. It's Adam, what is that? You look at that.
Cheers.
Morning, sir.
I love that. That's a nice surprise. I was wondering why you were asking for my logo earlier on today.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to get a good mug going on. You know what I mean?
He's selling your merch.
Nice. It looks brilliant.
My next Go Figure video is just going to be me making mugs for my buddies.
Excellent. All right, and to my left or to my right, we have our special guest this evening. We've got Merman from Keep On Collecting. G'day, Matt. Welcome,
Hello.
buddy.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for inviting me. I've been looking forward to this so much.
Oh, great. Yeah, awesome to have you on, man.
Absolutely.
And we know you're a massive Motu fan, so you were definitely in line to come on. So really stoked to have you on the show. Yeah. Cool. So you guys, it's been about a month since the last episode. I think we had our friend Eldor on episode 4 a few weeks ago.
Eldor,
Eldor,
and
yes.
Home.
So have we been busy the last few weeks? What have we been up to? I've had my parents in Japan the last couple of weeks, so I've been parents sitting them around the country, which has been pretty full on. So they went back on Sunday. So I got them.
But
back home.
you had a parental incident, though. We can't gloss over that.
We went to a bit of a mountain village, and they have these things called onsens. And onsen is a hot spring spa. And Japanese style, you get starkers. You take all your clothes off and you go in butt naked. So I shared a naked bath with my father. So we got
Phil, that's not what I meant. I meant that your mum knocked over your toys, mate.
That incident. Oh, God.
That makes so much sense because I watched a movie called Starkers and Hutch, and I thought it was Starsky and Hutch, and it was a different kind of movie. Now hearing that term, it makes a whole lot more sense.
Thanks for sharing, though, Phil.
It was a Japanese adult video, was it? Nice.
It really did get blue tonight, guys.
Yeah,
early, too. Early.
It is early. Yeah.
Yeah. So the week you guys had Eldor on, I wasn't here because on the way to my house, I got a wee bit of a car accident there, and so the last few weeks have been me trying to figure out what vehicle I need to replace my van with, and working through things with insurance and whatnot. But it was the strangest experience, and I'll share it with you. It was quite the crash. So a guy was coming down a highway here, full speed, so 100 kilometers an hour, and had no headlights on, no headlights whatsoever. His headlights burnt out. And as you know, here it was 5:30 in the morning, so it was just blackness. And so I went to turn into a coffee place to get a tea, and boom, he hit me full on.
Oh, man.
So it was quite the accident. It's pretty big. The police don't come anymore. I called 911 and I was like, hey, here's what's happened. And they're like, okay, yeah, just get a tow truck to bring it into the collision center up in Aurora. We're fine. Come make a statement.
Holy.
And I was like, you guys don't want to come to the scene and investigate and see what's what? And like, no, it's fine. Just bring it in. It was
Canadians are so casual. Even the police force is casual.
So that was exactly 3 weeks ago today, and I still haven't talked to a policeman at all. It just hasn't happened.
Yeah. Well, Adam, we're glad you're okay, mate. It was it was a first thing I saw was you saying, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it, and then photo of the incident And I'm like, you definitely can't make it.
Full
But
T-bone.
you ended up turning tragedy into a project
Yeah.
because you had a bit of a breakage in other than the vehicle, but
Right.
your Marshall Bravestar was a bit legless.
Yep. He went to the Shire and he became legless.
He came legless, and then you made a project out of it and uploaded your latest video, which is a beaut.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, go check it out one time, won't you? Speaking of checking it out one time, won't you? I will just say, Phil, before I steamroll your show any longer, I did put the link there for Keep On Collecting. So hit that link and subscribe. Do it now. Hit that link and do it now, and subscribe to that channel. You will not miss anything from this show. You can listen to this show and hit subscribe on that. Trust me. Prove me wrong, guys. Prove me wrong. But hit that link.
Now, I just want to say one thing before we go on. Speaking of my car accident in Bravestar, Matt, did you ever receive those hats I sent you?
No.
Wow. Well, I will send you some more. It was like months ago. I sent you 2 hats and a bunch of Kyrium for your Bravestar.
I just thought that you forgot, and I just let it go.
No, I was like, that's awkward. I haven't heard back, but maybe he just like accepted it, and then he just
I didn't want to
Someone give Adam some hats.
They didn't end up with Hans Chow, did they? He didn't sort of.
All right, well, because I sent them to that Florida address that you sent me, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll send Florida some more hats and see if they get to you.
Yeah,
That's strange.
what's strange, What's strange, Mermat, is we live in the same country. I'm sitting under an aircon, and you're wearing a beanie.
I've got a fan on me though.
Okay, right. It's interesting having another Aussie for a change. We got another Aussie.
No, I feel like I'm on Australian vacation right now.
Thank you.
You might get a bit hot under the collar after we give you a bit of a grilling about your Motu stuff there, Matt. So,
okay. I should have worn my bandana then, shouldn't I? Like a thing.
That's the one. Hey, before we
some sweat.
Yeah, exactly. Before we crack into things, let's say good day to the chat. So we've got Matthew is in the house.
Hey,
we've got Ep.5. G'day, Sergeant Slaughterhouse and Matthew Comstock. Good to see you, Ed.
Ep.5 standing by.
We have got a MOTUesday legend in the house, Rob Vegas. Tuesday. Good to see you, Rob. Yeah. And we have got the legends chasing 80s toys. Good day, all.
At this hour, that's probably Chris.
Probably Chris. Good to see you, Chris.
Speaking of chasing 80s toys, we did have Scuba Pete catch up with Space Commander.
Yeah.
Ooh. Imagine that meeting of legends.
They look like they had quite the time.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that Space
Legends
Commander
meeting legends
was maybe going to kidnap Bob Brecken and just take him home.
I think he would.
He had his arms tied around him, didn't he?
Yeah,
right
Wasn't going
around.
to let go of him.
You're going to come over. We're going to talk about Action Force until I say so.
Champion Classified is in the house. Hi, Classified. MOTUesdays a go.
I think Classified's got a bone to pick with Adam on tonight's show. Actually, we'll see. We'll see how the chat goes. We'll see.
A bone to pick with Adam.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
I'm getting some compliments as well for the Merman thumbnail. So all will be revealed by we've got Merman as our main character tonight. We've got Ratface44. G'day, James. Good to see you. Here's another familiar face to us down under. Evening, everyone. From
Scotty.
Good to see you, buddy. We've got Jewel Who 9. Hi, Jewel.
Hello, Jewel.
We've got our star from last MOTUesday, Eldor.
Eldor, that's it.
Good to see you, my friend. Plenty of chat back and forth. And we've got Dom. Dom is in the house as well.
Nice.
How are you, Dom?
Shower time, Dom. Good to see you, buddy.
Shower time, Dom. We need to get Dom onto the channel one day so he can stream live from the showers.
Shower time Dom sounds, it's like, I don't know. Maybe that's not the right thing to say.
I said Dom. Dom.
The Retro Team.
What a view.
How are you?
Thanks for stopping by, Retro. And we've got Gorgitron. Good to see you, Gorgitron. Thanks for stopping by as well. All right, so plenty happening in the chat. Good to see everyone. It's probably early in the morning for a lot of people and late at night for others. So it's great to have everyone on board for episode number 5. Ooh. All right, Matt. So time to put you on the spot, buddy. Motu. How long have you been collecting? I mean, has Motu been something you've been into since a young fella?
Oh, absolutely. I think when it first came out, look, I can't remember exactly as a kid. Obviously, we must have we've seen it in the shops, me and my brothers. I've got 2 younger brothers. They've kept me young through as I was getting older, they kept me young. But just, I think probably the first 3 or 4 years of Motu we were deeply into. We had the castles and we had the cats, and we obviously had He-Man and Skeletor and the Battle Armor ones. Funny thing was, though, I never had Merman. I'd always watch the cartoon. I loved the cartoon, and I just wanted to see Merman. So I must have seen him in one of those early episodes of He-Man, and I've just been, I want more of Merman. And he only sort of appeared every now and then, but those toys, they got a good playing with. We were never kids that just played with the one toy line. So we had probably Star Wars in there as well. But you know, they kind of mismatch in size. But we would have used the vehicles, the Star Wars vehicles. And we had the Wind Raider. I'm not sure other vehicles. We didn't have too many other vehicles. But mainly, it was the Wind Raider and the castles and a few He-Man characters. But they definitely got it working out for the first 2 or 3 years of the line.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And, look at that! Look at that box set. Who wouldn't just go nuts having that collection of legends right there?
I know. I saw this with Web Store, Battle Armor, Skeletor, Merman. I was like, man, that would have been the go-to box to get back in the day for sure with the Evil Warriors.
What a trio!
Yeah,
for sure.
That's all you need right there. You don't need any more villains than that.
That's a perfect pairing for Skeletor, I think, because he's got the underwater set. He's got that set with Merman, and he's got Web Store. He can get him to the higher places, and got
all your bases covered.
He's a freak, that Webster, isn't he? I love Webster as well.
Yeah, Webster's my favorite.
He looks a little less badass, but.
You know what the best thing about that box set is? They all have the same arms and legs. It's all the same mold.
Right?
You're getting the same figure 3 times.
Great.
Different.
So Merman's always been your man, Matt. It's always been Merman's been your favorite.
Absolutely. I've just always throughout the years. So we lost all our collection. Mum and Dad, I think we moved into G.I. Joe and Star Wars probably about mid-'80s, probably halfway through the line, and most of it was sold in a garage sale. And so I think, I've been collecting throughout those years. However, I think it was probably when I really got back into it, it was the very first thing I got, and that was a He-Man figure. And I paid $50 for it. I thought that was probably a little bit expensive back in the year 2000, but I thought to myself, I don't care. He was complete and he looked good. And just having that, just having those memories come back of that figure that we used to have, the He-Man figure, that started it all off again. So I got stuck into the Motu stuff really early on, just getting all that back. But over the years, like obviously we've had a lot of, classics and Super 7 and, Origins, and of course 2002, but I've always got just the Merman. See, there you go.
I love this one.
That's the the Super 7
version.
one there you go.
Yeah, it's one I really want to get. Nice. It's brilliant. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that's the spear from the cartoon. The only cartoon I remember Merman in was when he had that spear and he had to put the gem in it to control the beast.
That's it.
That's the one.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, nice.
It's very. I love this figure.
Can we talk about the sword for a second? Well, what is everyone's opinion on the sword?
I think it's a bone handle and a piece of coral reef.
Yeah, I like that answer. This is a common answer though, right? With the old corn cob.
Right.
So Adam thinks that. Oh, thanks, champion. Adam thinks that it's coral. I think that to continue with the bone theme, that it's actually teeth in that sword there, and it's some sort of jaw or something. So I think
it's probably.
Have you ever put yourself on coral? Because it's sharp.
Oh yeah, but so teeth.
It looks kind of blunt on the end, but yeah, if it was coral, yeah, that would bloody sting, wouldn't it? if anyone's ever cut their leg on a coral rock before, it is not a nice thing.
No, it's a pretty nasty cut.
Yeah.
I actually read
juice.
read recently.
Swordfish jaw. There we go. There's another angle.
Oh, okay. Swordfish
jaw. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Matt?
I actually read recently that this the original figure was really poorly received by the public, and they actually wanted to cut it from the line.
Not from me. I love this figure. This was probably, other than Skeletor, the first baddie that I had, and one that continued to be my favorite baddie.
I know that he was the guy who desperately needed a name change first. When they put the first list of names, he was known as C-Man. And so they said,
come on.
That's 100% true. In the original like one sheets, it was D-Man was Skeletor, Beast-Man was the main villain, and this was C-Man.
C-Man, come on.
I mean, think about it for a second, guys.
And I thought they were kind of weighing up whether or not Merman was going to be a heroic or an evil warrior as well. Like some of the early packaging, it wasn't really clear whether or not he was a good dude or a bad dude as well.
Yeah, I think they could have released two underwater guys. One was good, one was bad.
Yeah, I think they missed something there, eh? They missed the boat there, I think. Yeah.
Well, they don't need a boat, Phil. These guys can swim.
Well, there's room for you to make a custom anyway, Adam, for sure.
All right. I'm on it.
That's true.
He'd make for a pretty good skunk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he does turn into a good skunk.
Funny about that.
So, Matt, were you saying you've got basically every version of Merman that's been released along the years, from vintage up to modern stuff?
Yeah. I just thought I'd keep collecting him throughout, the different iterations of the release. So, 2002, the Filmation, the classics, obviously the Origins. And it's a little bit hard with the Origins. I know I got the LOP version, but just from the basic line. But I know they released a special edition, Lords of Power, I think, but I couldn't get that. That's just a little bit too pricey for me. But yeah, him and He-Man and Skeletor, I just continued to get those three throughout the years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Brilliant. Love them.
All right. So Merman is your man. So we've obviously used that and we've passed on a bit of information to our magician on the bottom right there, Man Adam Arms. So Mr. Go Figure has put together your master. Well, actually, he's put together a couple of figures for you. You're particularly lucky, Mermat.
That's because I didn't read fully. I missed one of the texts that came in. So originally, Phil said, Matt really likes Merman. Do you need any more information?
That's all you need. Yeah, make something.
I'd love some more input. And then he gave me more, but I didn't see more. So I was like, all right, I guess all I'm going to go on is Matt loves Merman. that was the iteration for the first figure. And then I got your second bit of information, which was that you also loved like Ninjor, and if there could be some kind of combination between a Merman and a Ninjor, that would be a cool figure. So then I came up with the second figure. So we got two. So we're going to show you, but you get to pick which one you prefer.
Oh, okay, awesome.
It can be a twin pack. We may even get a bit of a vote from the chat as well to see which one is the most popular.
What if one of them is a Lords of Power variant?
That's going to be an expensive figure.
Yeah, this is got a regular release and an LOP.
That's right.
All right, so I'll bring up the first version that I got from Adam then, and are you ready for this, Matt?
Let's bring it on.
Bring it on. All right, close your eyes.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you.
Bang!
Hell!
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay.
We have got Masters of the Universe.
Take my glass off so I can see this. Oh, he's got the bit of a fisto thing going too, doesn't he?
Yeah. So the idea when I heard about all the information I had was Matt likes Merman. Well, what if an Eternian warrior, not Fisto, just a guy who's got a beard, but a human, really liked Merman, was like a fan, almost like a weird devotee, and he was like, I want to do everything I can to prove myself to Merman. So he's wearing his feet are normal, but he's wearing Merman style boots to make it look like he's got flippers. Also gloves to make him look like he's got those fins there. So that's why he's got kind of the paint going on there. And then he's got he camouflages himself with blue water camo so that he can go in the water and blend in better there. And then just dresses like Merman to be like a devoted follower of Merman. So that was, you get Merfan. That was the iteration when all we knew was that Matt liked Merman. That was the best.
So I would be Merfan. That's right. Follow Merman to the ends of the earth.
Exactly. Just what are you doing today, Merman?
Probably drown.
Help me!
I'm drowning.
You guys both do great Merman voices.
We were practicing for the show.
Thing.
Yeah,
practice for years.
Yeah,
that's excellent.
And the camouflage design was based on Arnold Schwarzenegger from Commando when he put on the camouflage, just those lines going down. I was like, we're going to do that, but blue. Yep. And it's going to be water camo. So there's a couple references to the 80s in there, and that was the first one. And then
the water camo was brilliant.
Yeah.
Right. And then we heard, oh no, Adam, there's more information. He actually thinks Ninjor is great, and if he had a stealthy kind of Merman character, a combination, a little bit of Merman, a little bit of Ninjor. So we came up with this next one.
Okay, so we're going from Merfan, and the second one we have
we have to click on it.
Wait. holding you in suspense.
We need a drum roll.
This better be good.
You need a hand there, Phil?
Here we go. I got
Mercenary.
Awesome. Mercenary.
Yeah. Just kind of again, I don't know if this is Merman or just one of his followers, but one of his agents. But I wanted to do put the hood on it, but not do it black because that just looks like another Ninjor. So do that, and I wanted to give him again the Fisto armor to kind of make it look like he is. I based it on, if you've seen 300, the Persian elite warriors that came down that had like the gold mask and like their special armor. I was like, kind of want to give him that kind of regal look. And so then you get, if Merman really needs to get you done, he sends in the mercenary to get it.
Yes.
That's so
I
cool.
like it. So he'd call this really call on this guy. Yeah, this is really cool, man. I love it. No, I'd have to say, with a bit more information, this is I'd have to say mercenary. He's rocking it. Yeah, I'm liking him. He'd be a bit more badass than the original Merman. He's a bit of a goofball in the TV series, but useless.
I think the TV series really did not favors for the villains of Motu, which were really cool looking figures, and then you saw them on TV and they're just like tripping over stuff. They could get nothing done.
That's right.
Nothing done.
No, I'm loving that. That's excellent. So he's got his stealth, because I always imagined he'd do a little bit better than he was. I guess you don't think of those things as a kid. As a kid, you just watch it and you want to see Merman. But as you kind of go on, you go, man, I wish he was just a little bit more badass Merman, and cause some problems for the Eternian guards and Man at Arms and even He-Man. Just because he was a little bit more stealthy and he could be a bit of a spy. So
Right.
it would be really good. So this is a good little something different for Merman. Give me a mercenary.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so an ideal army builder we've got here from Retro Tinker. Nice.
Yeah, true. And I like you continue on with the sword, like the corn cob sword. They've all got that.
Yeah. You can't not have that, right? Like it's so trademark Merman that it is
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So on my shelf, I printed up Merman to have a trident for a while, and I couldn't get it over my. And like in my mind, yeah, having a trident's great, and like the Revelations on it had a trident, and he had a trident in 2000X. And every time I passed him on the shelf with a trident, I was like, but that's not Merman. He needs his corn sword. So I got rid of the trident,
Not
the
my
sword
Merman.
and
Dom's right.
man.
I really enjoyed the Revelations Merman. He was a little bit more heftier. Yeah.
Everyone looks cooler with a scar too.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
But I think though they dropped the ball with giving him Batman's voice. Not having Kevin Conroy voice him, but like just having him have the same voice as Batman. There was no like it was all gone. It was just like, hello, I'm Merman. And I was like,
yeah.
I'm Merman.
let's say look, I get that it's less goofy, but we can do better than this. But no, I thought as a character he was fantastic.
Oh yeah, looked
Should
great.
just Zazel. Zazel would have voiced him properly.
Me? No. for the classic voice or the Batman voice?
No, instead of the Batman voice, the Revelation.
I can't keep up. I can't keep up that level of Merman for long.
Intensity.
Not my old croaky throat.
Yeah, there's some
like, just
impressions where you can do it really good for one sentence, and then you're like, I'm done now.
I'm done. He says one line. I'm out. Pay me for the day.
Yeah.
This guy's got a Zazel look to him, though, right?
Yeah,
He does indeed.
Well, anyone with a beard, it's pretty low hanging fruit. But at my age, it's all hanging low.
All right, so we've got a couple of outstanding figures here. So, Matt, what do we reckon, fella? Should we see what the chat thinks as well? If you were at the shop and you had to pick one of these two, what would you be going for?
Speaking of the chat, I've been keeping an eye on it, and what I love about tonight's chat is that they're in there helping each other out, trying to complete figures. Just real beauty stuff. So it's good. It's good that we've got this kind of friendly community that really want to help each other out.
Jewel is after trying to complete her web store figure. So Ep.5, you're a legend. You're trying to help her out there.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, Merman. Not Merman. Web store is the hardest guy to get his armor for because it has that mechanism in it, and so to get working armor is rough.
That's the one.
Yeah,
he's hanging up there at the moment. There he is. I don't think you can see him, but he's up there. He's just hanging. Webster.
Yeah.
All right. So Chris is saying he's going for mercenary, but both are fun figures for sure. Anyone else out there with an opinion? What would you go for? You can't really go wrong with either, really, can you?
You can't. Like Merfan is more associated because I guess that's all the information that Adam had. It's more around me. If I was in Eternia, I could be like, oh my God, I love Merman. I'm going to hang out and be like Merman. Oh. Yeah. So that's more me.
That'll be me at Joe Fest with Sarge.
Yeah.
I want to see you start putting just like subtly the blue camel on as you start when you stream. You're like, what's it? Nothing. Sorry about that.
Got another vote for mercenary here from Classified, and Scotty mercenary as well.
Ooh, yeah.
But the Commander style body paint is awesome too for Merfan.
Yeah, you've nailed both there, but I also have to say that mercenary is a next level step up.
Yeah,
this is great, but then that is epic.
You know, the thing that blows my mind though is like I sort of told Adam, I think you might have missed part of my message, and he sort of said, "Hold on." Literally went away. He went away for 4 minutes, came back, he said, "Here we go." Like, just like that, he made this guy up. Unbelievable.
He's like Bob Ross, but for Masters of the Universe figures.
That's right. I'm gonna start. That'll be my next show. I'll do Go Figure repairs and I'll Go Figure paints. And I just like, hey there, guys. We're gonna have a happy little merman here.
Happy little merman.
100%, Chris. Yeah, that would be a great cosplay. 100%.
Yeah, I love the way fans work at conventions. I was working or volunteering at a convention, and so I was hanging out at a table with the Battlestar Galactica folks, and this guy came with a big like trolley full of stuff, and it was Katie Sackhoff. She's like, "Oh, better get my signing hand ready," because she thought she was going to sign a bunch of stuff. And
I love Katie Sackhoff.
she was great. I got to hang out with her for a day, just like at her table, meeting her like assistant. And this guy was like, "Oh, look at this picture," and she's like, "Oh, you want me to sign it?" And she goes, "No, I just want you to see it." And oh, look at this. This is cool. And it was like, what? And he's just like, yeah. And then he's like, he pulls out like a Dukes of Hazzard game. I got this today, and like, oh, and I bought this. And I was like, oh, you just want to show Katie your stuff, okay?
That makes sense.
Brilliant.
I would have started signing everything, right? You got a Hulk Hogan figure? I'll sign it.
I'll sign that. Yeah. She is awesome. Nailing it in The Mandalorian, though. Great stuff.
100%.
Yeah. No, I just recently rewatched the Battlestar Galactica reboot, and it is fantastic. It was highly rated then, and it holds up now.
Mm.
We enjoyed her in Longmire. I don't know if you've ever seen Longmire. Yeah, with Robert Taylor. He's an Aussie.
I didn't see that.
She's really good in that too. That's where I guess she probably just honed some skills in Battlestar Galactica, and there was more drama, I think, Longmire. But ever since then, I didn't mind her in Battlestar Galactica. I wasn't a big fan of it, just personally, but I obviously noticed her in it, and then and then of course Longmire, and ever since that, yeah, Katie. She's supposed to be coming to Australia for in November, I think.
You should just bring some of your stuff to show her.
Just show some stuff. Look at this.
Anything.
Look what I got. Look what I got.
Look at this merman. Very, very nice. And I got this merman. Oh, and I got this merman. And this is a merman.
I'm a mer fan.
Yeah.
I'll get her to do a merman voice. See if she can do the merman voice.
Can you imagine just like, you do the voice? She's like, what voice? You know the voice. You do the voice.
Just do the voice.
Brilliant.
Didn't you watch the show?
Yeah. Merman was in episode 1. Episode 1 of Masters of the Universe. Merman shows up.
He's one of the originals, right? He's a Wave 1 figure, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
In the toy line. Yep.
Wave 1 in the cartoon. Yep.
Have you guys, just to sort of move it off topic a bit, have you guys seen a bit of we're not a news show here, but have you guys seen all the images for the upcoming Mossman coming out? I think he's going to be an exclusive figure, right?
Yeah. What is it? Walmart, possibly?
Yeah.
So does that make him pretty much impossible to get down under then?
Yeah, like everything else, sure.
Unless you got a sweet Canadian hookup.
Well, if you can hook me up, you sweet Canadian. You know what? We're going to go figure hunting as well as squatch hunting when I'm over there, Adam. But Phil, if I find one over there, I'll send you one too. What's that?
Hunting for this figure is a combination of hunting for a figure and hunting for Sasquatches. It's kind of like Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Well, it's we probably find Sasquatch first.
Right. So can I just comment about this figure? And I understand that if you're into Origins, you need to get this. This is a must. But for me, this is everything that I don't like about Origins, because it comes in a weird package. Whereas like the best thing about Origins was the vintage packaging. It's like that. Yeah. If you're collecting the card one, that kind of makes it weird. The extra head is like, I just want a toy. I don't need to be a collector of different hands and whatnot. And the fact that he comes with like Beastman's battle like accessory armor, I'm like, I get it. I get you're like winking at the camera. That is like, yeah, we know that's actually Beastman, but that's not Mothman didn't have armor. Like that's not a thing.
He didn't have armor.
That's an homage to the accessory pack armor.
Yeah.
So it's a neat little pack in that you might not ordinarily get. So unless they start bringing out accessory packs, I think this is a good way for fans to get that are collecting Origins, to get that accessory pack sort of exclusivity with the armor. But also, a lot of people have been saying that they used to put that armor on their Mossman because it looked like Beastman, and so I guess it goes together like that. But the extra head, I don't know what I would do with that.
Yeah, to me,
throw it in the box.
Leave it in the box. Yeah.
Origins was about making Masters of the Universe kid friendly again, and having a core character that's going to be hard to get, that's going to be more expensive because they put all this extra nonsense in there. I just give me a Merman on a classic or a Mossman on a classic card, and I'm there all day along with you.
You got to say that card art is beautiful, though, right? Like
it looks great.
It's smashing. It's smashing.
Yeah. It's got a lot of teasers in it too about potential things which are coming out in future waves. I guess I think you can sort of see Eternia in the background there on the front of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a chance that they'll release this as a limited edition and then maybe re-release it without the spare head and armor, just on a classic card?
That would be. I think that would.
Hey, TJC.
I think they should do it the other way, because you're going to get guys that are going to like search high and low for this, pay the extra premium for it, and then next, in a few months they release the classic hardback one. They're like, I could have just bought this one. I think they release the classic hardback one first, and then you put this one out as an exclusive, so the completists and the collectors can go and search for this and have that experience. But the guys who just want the regular one, they have their cake already.
So you're paying a bit extra for the Pino Clean.
That's impressive. They've still got the pine smell. I like that.
Yeah. When it came to the character, one of the other guys, Slamurai.
Yeah.
So they released Slamurai in a 3-pack that was only available at Walmart's, and then they released Slamurai single carded on Mattel Creations, and that was how I got one. I wouldn't have been able to get one anyway, but I hope that they do end up bringing out a Mossman on regular card for us folks that just aren't going to walk into a Walmart until we do, in which case I'll have a squiz. Dom, am I race ready? I'm not going to be race ready if I had 20 years, mate. Actually, Dom, I've been running, and I'm finding now that I'm running worse than when I first started running. Like I'm feeling more pain now than I was when I first started running, and I've been running for what has it been, over a month now? It's like, what am I doing wrong? Am I not? Do my legs not know how to run? My calves are killing me.
You're not 10 anymore, Zazel.
No pain, no gain, buddy. No pain, no gain.
Well, I'm gaining pain.
Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Mike. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Nice one. Yeah, Mossman is such a must. I think during the week, Zazel was asking us about our top 5 heroic warriors. I think all 3 of us had Mossman in our top 5, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, he's such an integral part of the collection. I think it looks fantastic, but how the hell are we going to get our hands on it is the biggest issue.
Here's a question for Matt. Were you a fan of Mossman?
No. I like him. I like the concept. I think they did really well in Revelations with him, and but he's never been a favorite. I guess just because I didn't see him much in the cartoons. I didn't have him as a figure, so to me, there's very little nostalgia associated with Mossman. But as an adult, I can appreciate the character. It's only because I didn't have the character as a kid, I didn't know he had that pine smell and stink or smell.
Which leads me to my next question, because it's perfect, because you don't have the nostalgia that we do, right? So from an outside perspective then, because we all love Mossman, do you think that we rate him highly because of the gimmick of it, Whereas if he wasn't flocked and he didn't have that pine smell, would we be holding him in such high regard otherwise, as just a green beast man?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe you might be looking at it in a different light, I guess. But that's part of what why we collect. It's the nostalgia, so that's part of it. So that enjoy it.
There's no wrong way to collect.
For me, it wasn't so much the smell of Moss Man. Like,
Get the flock out.
Yeah.
Ep.5.
The commercial, or at least the commercial we got in Canada, probably had the same one, showed that like he was hiding in the shadows, and then he emerged, and he was like stealthy because he was Moss Man. He could hide, and I was like, I need to get that figure and hide him in the shadows. I remember it and Cyclone or being the two that I'm like, I need to get the commercials got me. Just got me. The Cyclone commercial, there's like all those figures and he's knocking them all over. I was like, I need that warrior. And so like I got Moss Man, ripped him open, and I was like, where's a shadow I can hide him in? So I built like a cave for him. And it didn't work that well, but I was like, yeah, it was just like a good basic hero figure.
I didn't understand the powers.
It's the flocking for me. It's, I love Panther as well. The flocking, so cuddly,
So
take it
you
to
like
bed.
Man for whole different reasons.
Yeah,
I'm actually in the middle of prepping a new video, Phil. Little Motu insider. I made the custom cat for Wondar, the brown rice cat. I'm making another one. I'm going to try and flock it.
Nice. Ooh. Wait, that's a weird sentence to say out loud, but yeah, nice.
It is. As I was saying, I was like, But I was cutting up some 2F4s the other day to get the sawdust to make some flock out of.
Nice.
TJC got to hang out with Space Commander.
Yeah. You met the man himself.
A League of Legends.
Must have been awesome. With Scuba Pete, right? He's over there as well.
Over in England, yeah.
Yeah. TJC, I told Space Commander to give you a hug, and I told you to give Space Commander a hug, both from me. Did any of that happen, or did you guys go hugless?
They didn't even mention you.
I need to know. Yeah, I was never brought up.
Yeah. They talked about Australia at exhaustion, but never you.
You're cranky in the morning.
Has he had a coffee?
in his Treasures for Trigger mug,
which is full of tea, not coffee.
I'll take a mug. Hey guys, we usually on the MOTUesdays we look at a wave of figures, but I thought tonight, because Matt has got such an extensive collection, I asked him to send me through a few photos of of his collection, and he's given us some really awesome shots of what he's got. So I hope you don't mind indulging us, Matt. We're going to go on a bit of a tiki tour through your Motu collection. Okay. You've got some absolute killer items in there. So there's quite a few picks, but let's bring up the first one.
Oh yes, yep.
So you've got a few buttes in here. Are these are all vintage ones here?
Correct. Yep, they're all vintage, all complete as well. You get scared sometimes, like Ninja, for example. Like I remember, I can't remember if I was watching something or I think it was Pixel Dan, and they said, a lot of people think it's complete, but it's missing his nunchucks. I ran straight in here. Does he have he's got nunchucks. Phew! Don't have to try and get that accessory. But he's really cool, just hanging in there, and he's got his sword, and he's got his bow and arrow. Well, he's got his bow and arrow there, yeah, and he's got his nunchucks there. So his emblem is pretty clean, and he still stands up pretty good. Like I think you want them to stand up, don't you? Even though they get a little bit loosey goosey sometimes. But,
so unlike the Origins one, your classic one, your vintage one has the removable. What do they call that? A cowl?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mask.
Mask.
Yep.
Yeah. They didn't bother doing that with the Origins ones, but they're giving soft goods to the wrestling figures now. So it's a shame they didn't go that route for Ninja. I've got a bone to pick with you with this picture, and I'm sorry to give you this much flack so soon into the stream, but Too Bad shouldn't be so far in the back, and you've got two clawfuls dead center. It's like
yeah. Well, Too Bad he's struggling to stand up, so Too Bad needs to be chucked at the back. So that's why he's back there. And the clawfuls, well, they're different. So apparently, with the clawful, I found this recently. I noticed that the most common clawful has the buzz-off feet, but of course, then there's the clawful with the Skeletor feet.
So cool!
That was a variant. I recently found that at a. Sorry, was that Zazel?
I retract my bone.
Put your bone away, buddy.
My bone's gone now. Go for it. I've got a different one now for clawfuls. Go.
So that's why there's two clawfuls sitting there. But this is what I'm saying. I don't feel that's like at the moment that had light on it, and at the moment it's quite dark in there. And I need to probably relook at how they're presented. Actually,
but
you need a bit
you
more
have a gem in there that we have not spoke about yet. And you got a complete minty looking Sauron back there. That is something else. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well,
I was going to say, like the other week we were talking about Adam's collection and how close he is at completing. So, Adam, that's one that you've got, or the one that you're missing?
That's one that I'm missing. That's one of the three that I'm missing.
Does he spark?
Does he spark?
Hey, Simon.
Just say breaks.
Don't break him on TV like here.
There he goes. Nice. Yes.
Yeah, he sparks. I haven't done that for many years.
Cool.
What a beautiful figure.
15 years since I've sparked him.
Hey, Simon.
Hey, Simon.
Brilliant.
So there you go. Yeah. Yes. Sauron there.
They really made a mistake killing him off early in that movie. He was the best looking villain of that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Oh, look at his tail. His tail goes up like a little puppy dog too. But no, you're right. Yeah, I only watched it again recently. Actually, it was. I think. Yeah, you're probably right. He was probably better than Blade. Blade was lame. He's up there as well.
I'm a Blade fan, but Sauron, just the way he moved and his throat doing its thing, they really put some energy into that. And then they kept the guy that had the David Bowie hair.
Right. My son's middle name is Blade. Is there a connection?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe. You decide. It was either that or the Vampire Hunter. You decide.
Yeah. I know. Sorry, the other week we were bagging on Clawful. I think I get our problem with it. His head is so tiny. Like, he looks ridiculous. He's got a really pea-sized head.
It is tiny,
a wee shrimp head.
But do we think that he tastes good boiled?
Absolutely.
He looks delicious.
Is he a delicious morsel? That's the real question.
I have regrets now because I changed the leg bands in my clawful as a prototype to test the new buttons that I came up with, and I didn't film it. And now I'm like, I put them in hot water to get the legs loosened up, and there's a whole bit that I didn't do there. And I'd be like, put them in the hot water, then got some butter out and like a little dish.
Do that later. Do that later for a goof.
All right, moving along. Yes. Some more buttes here. Some more vintage goodness.
Top row, yep. The what do you want to say about these guys?
The best.
Here we go. Zazel's favorite.
The Thunder Punch is my man. That's my He-Man.
The best thing on this shelf right here, folks, the best thing is, and we can't see it because his back is to us. But Flying Fist He-Man apparently has his red clip on his back.
Yeah.
That's like the hardest accessory to find in all of the Motu line is that little red clip.
Is it really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice. Did not realize that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that thing is sought after, and it's always missing because I had distinct memories of myself on Christmas morning throwing it away. Well, what is this nonsense?
no.
Get out of here. You don't need that.
Well,
Are any of these from your childhood, Matt, or these are all that you've started collecting as an adult?
As an adult, because they all got sold off in a garage sale. So I think Andrew gave me a magazine, and because it was like the internet was still kind of new around 2000, and there was a magazine with all of the figures, the Motu figures. So I just studied that, and I made sure that when I was buying them off eBay that they were all complete. So I didn't really want to waste time getting a figure and then trying to track down accessories. If I was going to buy them, I just buy them complete. So that was the thought process when I got them. Yeah.
Was it intentional to have the two extending people together in the back?
No. It's not.
Now, is
something you can do, Adam? Dom's saying something that can be 3D printed.
Oh, I have designed and printed mine off, but I'm just saying I can never claim those as the origin ones, like the original ones.
No.
Now, Matt, is your extender? Does he have a green hand? Has his paint gone green?
I don't think so.
Or a flash hand. We'll accept either.
A flashy hand.
Where's Rob Vegas when you need him?
That's right.
Are they Kmart displays?
Yes, they are. Yeah,
I need to track some of those down. I got mine,
but I think the clear ones are more. I think I'd rather swap them out with some clear ones. Actually, there's clear ones now instead of the white ones.
Is there? Okay, I'll have to go hunting because all of mine are just at the same level.
There you go, and bring a solo layout there. G'day, Matt.
Awesome. Look at that handsome man.
G'day, mate.
Ooh,
Wow. I don't know.
So you can see a little bit on the one hand there where the gold paint in the hands goes a little green, like cheap class rings with fake gold. You kind of have that. So it's very, very rare to find one that has bright, brilliant green hands. So much so that when Classics did Extendar in 2016 or whatever it was, their example had the green hands, and so they just painted it that way. The first run of them had green hands. And they were like, no, the hands need to be gold. So they had to make a running change. So there's some out there in the Classics that even have the green tarnish.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Look at that King Randor right there.
Yeah. What have we got on the foreground there? What does that do next to Scareglow?
What's next to Scareglow?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, that lame Skeletor. That's Skeletor from the New Adventures. He's a bit lame, isn't he? I think all the other Skeletors just laugh at him. He's a bit of a lamer. Which one did the King Randor or the Scareglow?
So Scareglow is the one that's more like sought after, but to me, King Randor was the unsung hero of the line.
Oh, okay, yes. Well, I'll have to get him as well. But yeah, that's Scareglow. Now I haven't tested him out to see if he still glows. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But I did get him in the Origins line as well because I missed out on Ninja, but I thought it'd be good to get him in the Origins line as well.
Yeah.
What's that?
TJC is in the
TJC in Space Commander right there.
Here we go. Welcome to MOTUesday.
TJC is the nicest guy you'll ever meet, but I got to tell you, I wouldn't mess with this guy if I saw him in the pub.
Oh no!
I'd be like, no, that guy could arm wrestle me.
Yeah,
to a broken arm.
No, he looks like an extra from Over the Top.
Yeah.
You'll have to start to learn to run a bit faster, Zazel.
I don't know if Simon's talking about TJC here or the Motu collection.
Yeah, right.
There's Randor.
Look at him. He's such a great figure.
Nice.
Yeah, with his cape, and he's got all his bits there. So his cape's nice. Man. You've got him though, Adam?
Yeah, so I have him, but I had to restore him. So he's got. It was a basic figure, but I've printed him armor, printed him a spear, printed him a crown, and made him a cape. So he's all repro, but I got him.
Okay. Your buddy donated him to you, Adam, didn't he?
Yeah.
Tacky on the legs, and he's got a few spots. I don't know if you can see a few spots on his legs.
Yeah.
That happens with age.
Might have to give him some. I don't really like to touch him too much, but because you can see the spots there. And
so the same thing happens with my campaign covers for Sergeant Slaughter, the Warthog version. That plastic, I think it's either plastic degradation. It's deterioration of the plastic, basically. And I've got, I reckon, about 20% of the campaign covers that I have, that plastic, it just has those spots all over them.
Yeah, I don't really want to wash it. Like you could probably, I'm not sure.
It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, that's not
the spot
too.
Yeah, it's not
Probably
worth it.
Just leave him and let him display well and hang up there and command everybody.
Yeah.
Now he's a beautiful figure, and have they? He's only just come out, but it's more the 2002 version that they've released, isn't it? Recently,
they've done both.
Have they done both?
Hang on. If you'll indulge me, I'll go grab them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I haven't seen the King Randor yet.
I just looking at this picture here of
beauties for sure.
The fright zone. I think you could easily. I talked about redoing the fright zone as a winter themed for Winter, but
that's right.
You could easily take that tree off of there and add some coral reef kind of looking things and some like aquarium plants and make it into a merman
Customize it.
Make it into gold, like strip paint it gold or like a yellow, and make it into a merman underwater cavern.
Yeah, well, you're 100% right. Yeah, you could actually do that. Just customize it and into a bit of a merman base, like I'm not sure where he would live, a mer base.
Yeah.
Is that what that would be?
What would be a nautical nightmare, they could call it.
Ooh, the
nautical nightmare. I didn't even know Fright Zone existed until we started doing this show.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't you?
No. Yeah. If I knew about it, I forgot about it. So can you make me go bigger, Phil?
Go big. There we go.
Go,
mate.
Go big.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Where does the beard end and where does the chest hair start? All right, so we got.
Oh, there he is.
There's Randor. Randor.
Oh, he looks good.
Yeah, they did a great job on that one.
Yeah.
So the
sweet.
it's a plastic cape. I don't know if the original had soft.
No,
flowing silk in the original.
And then we got that version.
Yeah.
2002.
That's the Pearl Jam version with that haircut.
the grunge look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Classified still in the chat? Because I think she had something for Phil. Phil.
Ooh, a mug?
A lunchbox?
Imagine if Treasures for Trigger lunchbox. That's gotta happen.
It will happen.
There's some figures coming your way.
Oh, awesome, Classified! If you're still there.
Yeah. What else would you be doing on a Tuesday?
Exactly.
There are some heavy hitters in this picture we're looking at.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
There's Multibot. There's Mosquitor.
Yep.
There's Modulock, and there's a Horde Trooper there.
Horde Troopers are way superior to this garbage. What is this?
Yeah.
Snake Trooper? That's just garbage.
They're getting desperate.
I bought it anyway.
I love this pure garbage, and you're like, and I own it.
I have it. I bought the garbage. I'm a sucker for it.
Yeah. So Mosquitor was one of the figures that.
Hey, Rolando's here.
Oh, sweet.
Rolando is here, yeah.
But Mosquitor was one of the figures as a kid. I was like, what is this nonsense? Look at his stupid head. It's just like his boots drove me crazy. And then I realized he was very hard to get and very expensive. And I was coming to the end of like, I'm almost got them all. And so I recently picked up a Mosquitor for a heck of a deal. And now that I have him, I'm like, yeah, he's not so bad. He's actually kind of cool.
So you would hate the Origins. Sorry, you'd hate the Origins one, Adam, because it's got two heads.
Two heads in this ridiculous blood thing. That's not how blood sucking. Like, the Origins one drove me nuts. I could go on about that for hours.
It's got a small chest. It's got the same problem with the battle armor too, right? With the chest thing being too tiny.
Minimal blood.
Too small,
Minimal blood, yeah.
The only person that should come with two heads is Too Bad.
Exactly.
There we go. Yeah.
And I guess Modular. And Motu.
This is an incredible Horde setup. I actually have the Monstroid as well, but I can't display him on my display because he's too big. So I got to figure out a way to get more space out there.
He is very big. Yeah, I wanted to make a video because I was looking on YouTube, and I think there was one video made on Monstroid many years ago, and it's really poor quality. And I thought, I think I could probably do better than that and show people how Monstroid works and knocks over the figures. And
so there's
these are like sort of Wave 6 vehicles and stuff, aren't they? A lot of these.
Yeah,
these are quite late in the line.
Late in the line,
Matt, I can identify all the characters here except for the one behind the armor trooper. Dragster.
Yeah.
Armor trooper. Like, I don't know what that is. Why am I calling it an armor trooper?
Dragster.
Dragster. Never seen that guy in my life.
Oh, really?
He's the drag racing villain.
Yeah.
Falcon, is it? Falcon. Cheers, buddy.
Oh, there he is. So he's got the big wheel there.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, and he's got the cord, and you can. Well, I guess you just lay him down. I don't think he would go. I haven't tested him out, but I don't think he would go very far.
So
same.
He's quite a hefty dude, isn't he?
He's very heavy, and he actually, if you give that recorder a pull, he is faster and travels farther than the Road Ripper. If you race him, that guy will beat the Road Ripper every time.
Oh, that's a good video you can do, Adam.
Yeah,
a race between these guys.
I can get behind that.
I can't get the record back in now. That's all right.
And we'll race them against the Roton, and it'll just not move.
Roton. That the slime pit was sourced. There was someone that does one of the toy shows at Collecticon, and she only lives about 10 minutes away. And I just touched base with her, and I said I was interested in a slime pit, not a slime pit, the Fright Zone. And she says, I can get one. It's got the puppet. The puppet is really good. You may just have to plump it up a little bit, make sure, because it's quite when they deflate and they stay in that flat shape, that's when, the creases will turn into rips. And so try and plump it up. So that's why it's sitting there like that. But it was perfect. Great. Nothing's broken. Puppet's in really good condition. I don't know. I'm really happy with, she helped me out with that and the slime pit, which is in its box. So really good prices too. I can't remember, but like you only talk a couple of $100 for each. And
okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So
I've never seen the Fright Zone with figures on it, and I got to say, it actually looks a lot bigger than I first anticipated. Seeing figures on there now, obviously it's not like Castle Grayskull, and it's not like Snake Mountain, but it's definitely better than Point Dread. This is a mini playset. It's pretty cool.
It's a whole zone.
It is, yeah. It's really cool. And that with the slime pit, I think that would have been a good little. You could have definitely made something cool happen with the Horde, with those two next to each other, and grabbing one of your good guys or bad guys and dragging them over and torturing them, chucking them in a jail, sliming them.
I was at a Canadian dollar store called Dollarama 2 days ago, and they had these little snake puppets that looked awful, but they looked a lot like the puppet from the Fright Zone. And I was like, should I just buy them all and just have those as like replacement Fright Zone puppets? And because at a dollar store, what's here tomorrow or today won't be here tomorrow, because it's just like get whatever they can and they flip it out. So I'm like, I might stop by there later today and pick up some snake puppets just to have some. They look much like that. They just have different color schemes. It's like we could just paint them up.
Because you never see the puppet with the Fright Zone, like the ones that I've seen secondhand. It's always missing the puppet.
And I want to say yours is the only one I've ever seen displayed with the puppet. I've seen guys that have the puppet, but it's like in a bag to the side where they're like, I have it, it's complete, but I'm not going to take it out. And so, like, kudos to you, brother, for having it on there. I love that.
Griswold looks a little freaked out by it.
As he should.
Yeah.
It's not a stinky puppet, is it, Matt?
No, it's not a stinky puppet.
I'm not sure what a stinky puppet is, but I'm afraid to Google it.
You don't smell it.
I smell my stinky puppet. Is this Ralph? Is this another Rolf thing?
Oh God!
Oh, now I got to make a fright zone with Rolf as a puppet in there.
Oh God!
Snake Rolf. Me and Mike
chat any second.
Me and Mike are learning Motu today. We might be learning it the wrong way.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. We've got plenty to get through. What have we got here, Matt? We've got some more sort of modern stuff here.
A bit of a, yeah, I will, as I said, I like the He-Man and Skeletor, so I've grabbed the couple from the Masterverse there. They're having a look at each other. And then there's the two from the CGI cartoon over there. I've chucked Fisto and Jitsu in their respective horses.
As you should.
Yeah, as you should. And they weren't always like that. I just needed some more room. And I went, oh, you know what? Didn't they come with those horses? Let's put them in there and get in. I was looking at Jitsu the other day because I think you guys went through the wave of figures with him in it, and I went, oh, I'm gonna have because I didn't know you could pull his hand off, right?
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's not very gold. And it's like, oh, a lot of this gold's been rubbed off, so I think I might go on the prowl for just a loose Jitsu with a good gold karate hand.
I have an extra gold karate hand.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I'll throw it in with the new hats I'm going to send you.
Round two of hats. What's the story with the helicopter? What's the story with the helicopter on the left side?
Oh, the Fright Fighter.
So this is another really sort of rare vehicle, right? I'd never seen this until I started doing a bit of research when you were showing me some of your collection here. So
it has not. I've moved probably 4 times with this vehicle. It has not fared well. I've got all the parts, but a couple of the parts have broken off. Like it's got 2 guns at the front, and one's snapped off, and part of it's still inside. Then it's got like a radar dish at the back. It's snapped off, and it hasn't travelled well. It's which is a bit unfortunate. I can go and buy repro parts on eBay. I have found just to maybe try and pull them out and pull what I've got in there out and put the repro parts in to save it. But it looks really cool. Like you watch the commercial with Skeletor gets in there and flies around and causes havoc.
I've never seen it. Yeah,
it's got the same color scheme as the Darkwing Duck vehicle.
Yes. Hey, Matt, what happens when you flip that switch to on? It's on off now, but what happens if you flip it on to...
The light comes on. It's just a light.
Well, that's fine.
I don't know.
It's kind of got a sector look to it, doesn't it? Like
it does. It has those insect wings. I was looking at those. That was pretty nifty.
Yeah.
And so
I could try and get it down. Do you want me to try and get it down? It's a bit dusty as well.
Not if it's going to break.
Yeah, if it's going to break or knock everything else over,
it'll knock everything over, of course. Everything's going to get up.
You're like, I've moved it so many times it keeps breaking. Do you want me to go grab it?
All right. So, Matt, I'm also going to say this to you. Because you have Roton and Twistoid there just laying on the ground. So I've come up with stands for them.
There you go, Matt. Do you want to...
And so then I will send those with the package I'm putting together for you as well.
Are they acrylic stands?
So I printed them, but they're like ones. I'm going to do different colors, but they're kind of like they just kind of sit in them like it's almost like a martini glass, but they kind of sit in them.
Okay,
and that way that
would be awesome.
They can be upright.
That would be awesome because they're just laying there, and I've been watching someone with an acrylic stand. I'm umming and ahhing. It's very expensive to get these acrylic stands. But I've got these, and I've got there's more parts to them somewhere. They're up there. They're still up there. You can see they've got the parts. They're not. So I think one's got cogs. He's got like a weapon with 3 cogs on it, and I think I've got 1 cog. So I'm missing 2 cogs for one of them. I don't even know who's who. Is he Twistoid and he's Rotar?
Yeah, probably. To me,
classic figures gave them legs.
Yeah.
They?
Those to me, I'm like, I understand guys that want to have them all. I do not need those guys in my collection.
You're happy without them. Yeah.
Well, if you're a bit of a I guess this is my line. This is what
absolutely
this is what I love to get. So I've got to kind of get them, and
yeah. For me though, like, as a kid,
I've picked up garbage stuff too, just because I have to.
Can you imagine as a kid, you being like, "Mom, can I get a Masters figure?" And she's like, "Sure, I got you this," and she hands you a Twistoid.
You'd be gutted.
What you do with
It's
that,
not
Mum?
that bad. I don't mind them. They're okay. They're better than.
But you'll notice here in this picture, he's got a battle ram, and that first half of the battle ram is called the Sky Sled, and that's a valid part of the battle.
That's a valid vehicle.
Is this reference to the?
You couldn't get it by itself. No, you couldn't get it by itself. It was a complete vehicle back in the day.
Right.
And it's got you guys' favourite in there, Mossman. He's riding high in it.
Beauty.
There we go, Mossy.
But I've never actually pulled that. I've never pulled that out. Like, I didn't have this as a kid either, obviously. But it wasn't until I was an adult that I realised that you could pull that out. And I don't know if I should try because I'm going to make a goose of myself for sure.
Well,
I can feel it coming out. No, it's.
Don't break it.
I'm going to make a goose of myself.
Matt, we believe that it does come apart. We believe you. We're ready to believe you.
Yeah. No, he just smells dusty. He's dust man now. He doesn't.
Dust man.
Doesn't smell like moss at all.
Is that why your collection's looking so clean? You've been using Mossman to
wipe everything down.
Everything else smells like fine.
Yes, I don't. Yeah.
So Matt, basically, what are you missing? Like, it looks like you've pretty much got the works, buddy.
Well, they're the Origins ones there, which are behind me.
Yeah.
My old man,
like I know you guys were talking about the dinos the other week.
Yes.
So I got him very early on, Tyrannosaurus, and he's got his roll a bit in the back there as well. Oh no, sorry, that's where they sit. These bits in the front, isn't it? There it is, under here. There.
You could literally say it comes with anything. I wouldn't know. I didn't figure out what it came with.
And there's a gun. There's a blue gun that goes on the side here, but the gun itself is just way overpriced. But yeah, that's Tyrannosaurus.
I reckon Adam can probably make one.
I love
that. There's nothing Adam can't do. Oh, look at beautiful blue eyes.
Yeah, look at.
He looks friendly.
He does look friendly.
I say so. Remember Lane was a lot. He used to come right up.
You love me.
Oh,
Barney?
It's amazing to me that Mattel had that sculpt, and they tooled it up and they released it very limited with Motu, but they didn't reuse it. Like it's a great generic dinosaur that could be used for a number of things, and we never saw it again, and that it was always amazed me.
I agree. Yeah, it's just I don't like
the amount of moving parts on it.
Do they still have these molds? You think?
I don't know, but like in 1990, there was all like dinosaurs were huge. Like Land of the Lost came back. Like they could have released an entire dinosaur line for kids. Mattel had the one. Was it Bone Warriors, or they're just like cavemen riding dinosaurs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? So like just for Mattel to be sitting on that dinosaur mold and not reuse it at some point is crazy to me.
It was Ice Age characters. They weren't riding on dinosaurs. That's completely different timelines. In school we had to do a talk and a presentation on prehistoric Earth, dinosaurs and so forth. But I was over dinosaurs. And I was more into like woolly mammoths and saber-toothed tigers and stuff. So I did all of mine on like Ice Age animals instead of dinosaurs. I got a thumbs up, good job, but I failed because it wasn't the project. But
so I want to say, speaking of school projects, I walked by my daughter who's in grade 7, and she's on her laptop yesterday working. And I said, "What are you working on?" She goes, "Oh, I'm just working on my independent study presentation for school. So they got 13 or 8 Fridays, whatever it is, and they got to put together kind of like a speech and present something to the class." And so I looked over her shoulders, and she had a whole presentation done on the joy of vintage toys.
Ah, beauty.
Brilliant. Nice.
Training them well, Adam.
Yes, the Delta Mach.
Does this mean anything to you?
The Delta Mach Sky Sled, I have it safely over here, ready for
Hey,
Good to see you,
Pains.
Pains. Morning, fella. Good to see you.
Who's that character next to Fisto there, Matt?
Well, that's a knockoff.
Oh, with the F.
Oh, they've all fallen down. That's a Sun Gold.
Oh, yeah, those guys.
Oh, yeah.
I love those, dude.
Yeah,
And
so
they're cool.
Just to answer Gaz, he's it's safe right here, Gaz. Ready for Joe Fest for you.
Another solo layout. Bring you up. There we go. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Right, that's the Megaforce Motu mashup. So, guys, he's here coming to Joe Fest, and he's going to be all yours, buddy.
Thumb kiss to that. Brilliant.
You got a talent, Adam.
Yeah,
Matt, are you a completionist for Origins as well, or are you just sort of?
No, I never intended to buy any Origins except maybe those 3 that I like, and it's gone crazy.
I see you have the front half of a battle ram up there.
Yes.
Matt, it is so hard for us to get them here in Australia that it's almost impossible to get anything complete. I was only going to get Man at Arms and the Sergeant Slaughter version from the Masters of the WWE Universe, and then Ken sent me some stuff, and now I'm sick and have a obsession.
Now you're deep in it.
The battle, the Sky Sled and the Wind Raider, I don't think you can see, or the Wind Raider's underneath it. I got them from a place. It was in the Netherlands, and it was called Kid Inn. I think I told you about it early days, Phil, where I also got the Castle Grayskull from there because it just wasn't coming out to Australia. And you could just tell them which country in, so Australia, and they would just convert all the amounts to Australian for you. And it was really good prices. Like the shipping wasn't overpriced from the Netherlands, and it came in 2 or 3 weeks.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I picked that up from there. Yeah, there you go. There's a good old Sarge.
There he is.
The only one I've got. Sarge.
Can you turn him
you got the best one.
Just turn him this way and shake him real quick. Just to do a shake test.
Yeah, we do shake tests on our Sarge.
Yeah, we got to shake.
Everything fell off. What fell off?
Where's his shades? Where's his campaign cover?
It's fell everywhere.
Where's the aviators?
He's fallen apart.
Yeah, that's the Sarge shake test.
All right, back to some more vintage stuff again by the looks.
Yes.
Hey, Matt, a good chance just to thank you again for sending me Snake Face from Aussie. This has been one of my favorite figures in the collection over the last few months. So, yeah, I love him. He's awesome. Yeah. Good to see him there in the
first one I thought of. Well. When I found all those Lucy's, there's a deceased estate, and he'd already removed all the Masters figures, so he knew they were worth something. And some guy had beat us, I guess, to grab a lot of the good ones. But I've thought I've got all these, but who else do I know that likes Motu who may need these? So you were the first person that popped into my head, Phil. So that's why you got that message.
Oh yeah. He's such a hard one to come by that I've never seen him in the wild. So yeah, I was stoked that you seen him through. Yeah. Any favorites out of the Snake Men?
It took a long time for Squeeze to get his weapon. It took so he was one that I did buy without the weapon, and it was only probably in the last 5 years that I've got his weapon separately, and I paid a bit of a pretty penny for it too. It was in Australia, but it was way overpriced. But I just thought, you know what, I just need to pull the pin on this bloody weapon because he's one of my incomplete figures.
What color? What color is Rattler's neck?
Ooh. We're learning more stuff.
I don't know.
Push the button on his back.
What? Oh, what was that? Sorry?
Push the button up by the top of his tail. Just push the button.
Oh, yeah. But I can't see it.
It should be under his tail.
There it is. Oh,
there we go.
So
I've never done that before.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
Everything.
And what color is what are they normally?
So there's a rare one that is red.
Okay. Yep.
So, but I need to bow out, guys. I need to go pick up my son for school. But thank you for the great time, and Matt, it was great having you on. And you guys enjoy the rest of the show, and we'll talk to you all soon.
See you, buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
See you later, mate.
Drive safely. Yeah.
Drive safe for sure. Too soon, Phil.
He was already gone. It's fine.
Love it.
All right. Well, maybe we'll rip through because we're up to an hour 20 minutes. There's still a few slides to go. Yeah, it just shows off how much of an amazing collection this is, Matt. It's brilliant.
Just some of the other
Look at that sneaky bug creature from Toy Story back there.
Good pickup, Zazel. Good pickup. Doesn't he look like a Motu figure? I mean, that's what he was.
He blends in well. It blends in great.
Do you have one in yours?
Articulation would be similar to. Yeah, bring him out. Let's do a comparison. Sorry, Phil, you're trying to get through this. And I'm saying, show me more toys.
No, all good. I was wondering who you were referring to. I get it now. Yeah.
He's just randomly chucked in there because he looks like he belongs with the Motu line.
Damn it! Now I want one.
Oh yeah.
God damn it!
You can get them really cheap too. So you should pick one up for $10, $15 for sure.
All right, I'll go to eBay.
He makes me buzz off. He would be.
That's what I reckon too. What's his name? Let's have a look.
I think there were a ton of Motu collectors that picked him up. Hey.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's no way I'm going to find him. Let's see. What's his name? Toy Story Bug Guy.
I can't remember what his name is.
That's all right. I'll look it up.
Yeah, good.
Unless someone knows in the chat. Who knows in the chat what the Bug Guy's called? I'm guessing Twitch.
Called Bug Guy.
Twitch is my guess.
It sounds good, actually.
That's because I Googled it.
Cheat.
Classic.
Down the bottom shelf there, Matt, you've got, are they carded? What's the carded stuff behind Triclops there? Is that some battle pack?
Yeah, so I'll get them out. That's Mega Laser.
Oh, yeah.
And
so they're all next one card.
Yeah, I don't. This is funny. Like when I bought them, and then they got stored for probably a good 5 to 10 years. And so when I pulled them all out again, I went, "Oh, I don't remember getting them on cards." So and same as the boxes. Like I had Point Dread in in its box and Spydor, and I went, "Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize I bought those in its box."
Yeah,
you forget. Well, like when they're stored away for 5-10 years. You forget. Can I get it? Oh, dear. Here they come.
I bet you're stoked you bought them when you did, though, eh?
Yes, I think buying them. Yeah, I think buying them 20 years ago. Really helped. It's a little bit dusty, but so that's Mega Laser.
That Mothman on there.
And it's a car. It's a bit of artwork on the back there.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Man at Arms, yeah.
Could you even get a Man at Arms at that point?
Yeah, Man at Arms. Yeah. He looks different though. Like, yeah, well, I guess he's got the backpack on and the Mega Laser attached to him there. So yeah, that's Mega Laser, and then Stilt Stalkers as well. So yeah, I've never seen. Not too familiar with Stilt Stalkers either.
No, that's cool though.
Like it's got some. What's that? I'm not going to. Is that Italian? Maybe Spanish.
It's all Greek to me.
Greek, French.
It's probably French in there. Someone's
the Jet Sled. Yeah, I've got the Jet Sled as well. That's the Mega Laser. Yeah. So it just must have been packed.
Have you got that stuff loose as well, or is it just on the card?
No, I've only got it on card. So, and I've got Jet Sled, the Jet Sled loose. That's where Many Faces. He's hanging out in the Jet Sled at the moment.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
if Adam was here, he'd ask what color his second face is, but we don't know.
we'd have to. Which one? His robot or his animal? He's got his animal green face.
Oh yes.
And then he's got his robot, whatever that is, grey and purple. Bit of purple.
Oh, that's cool.
And then his human face. Yeah, many faces.
I can never remember. Is he a good guy or a bad guy? I can never remember.
He's a good guy.
Multiple
That's
faces.
a good guy.
Like most characters, starts off bad. Like Fisto started off bad.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
they explore it more in the 2002 cartoon. Explored a little bit more on his origins as well. Like he was getting commands from Beastman. Beastman was controlling his animal side.
Oh, that's cool.
It was cool. 2002 cartoon is brilliant. I only rewatched it maybe a year ago, and you watch that, and it's absolutely brilliant. Just it kind. Like they've got the, you remember the diamond ray of disappearance, that little thing here in one of the first episodes of the original Filmation, skeleton. Well, that they it was like a prequel to that story on the diamond ray of disappearance. So it looked like the 2002 was like a prequel to the Filmation version. So very well done. Really good stories. Yeah,
I need to go back and have a look at that. I've only watched a couple of episodes and bits and pieces. I haven't watched the whole thing in its entirety. But
real shame that they only went like maybe 1.5 seasons. They could have just kept on going. But it was the right project for the wrong time. I think they're trying to get people who had grown up with the Filmation stuff, but they were all in their 20s and they were too busy, I think, with families and doing those mid-20s types of things, right? So they didn't have time for cartoons anymore. The nostalgia button hadn't been pressed with them.
Yeah. I think that's been the success story of Origins, the timing of it, I think, is just been perfect. When now that we're old and trusty. Yep.
And we can afford to collect.
You're not wrong, Phil.
You've got our friend Eldor here as well. If Master Versal's still watching, he'll be pleased to see that.
Here comes Eldor, yeah. So he, I wasn't at first too much into these Super 7, but I seen Merman and I started finding a few of the other ones. Sorry, my camera doesn't seem to be, but and then I found these on Australia. Like I can't remember, it wasn't eBay. It was just some site on Australian, in Australia. So they weren't overly expensive, like maybe $60-$70 each for this one and Hero. So my light's playing havoc with me, but that's Eldor.
Awesome.
And that's the back art there. So, but Hero as well, so I had to get them, and I picked up a couple of other characters that had appeared in the Filmation cartoon. So there's Hero as well.
Yeah, he's cool.
And which is really cool because, you've seen this last episode, but I love how it's got the original dinos on the back too. So hopefully this year, one of those dinos will be purchased by Bioniatops or Turbodactyl. They're a big purchase.
Yeah, that's an investment. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can see Shadow Weaver there and Evil Seed. They were just unusual characters that were in the original TV show that they didn't make in the vintage line. So I thought, I'll get them.
Yeah, they look good too.
Yeah.
You got some classics as well.
Once again, it was
just on it. You've got it.
Sorry, was that Phil?
If it's got Masters on the Universe on the package, you've got it basically.
Well, there's I haven't opened up Merman. I have to be careful my battle bones, but there's Merman.
Oh yeah,
the classic. I think there's another version which I don't have actually, but I'm pretty happy with that version. I probably should get him loose. I love opening up my figures.
2 heads. Adam would hate that.
I don't know. Should I open him up? I don't know whether I should open him up. Not now, but one day.
Well, my opinion on toys are that sooner or later someone's going to open them. So it might as well be you. Right? So enjoy the toy while you've got the toy, because we're not here forever. We're not here for a long time. We're just here for a good time. So let's have a good time. Is that Stan Lee in the background of this picture?
Yeah, bloody oath. Yeah, Standor.
Is it for real?
Standor. Yeah.
No way.
It is. Yeah. He's I think they created a special one because I can't remember the story. I did a video on it.
That's brilliant.
I was just joking.
He's holding his helmet there, so you can put that on him. But what's his story? He's like because Stan Lee created a lot of characters, so they got in. Who's the guy? Spectre Creative, that guy who was running the Matty stuff. Yeah, so he got in conjunction with this guy. Stan Lee had like a company, not Marvel, it was another company, and they went into like a business together. So they did this Stan Lee called Standor, and he was like cosmic creator or something like that. I'd have to grab my reference book, but yeah, I had to get it. Like it's a good likeness.
Well, I mean, I thought it was Stan Lee as a goof, so they obviously got it right.
Yeah. He's got all the galaxy speckles all over his armor. So,
that's so cool.
Standor. They gave him his own figure, and they presented it to him at like a collector con. So they got together, and and here's your figure, and he's like, "Oh my god!" Like,
that is so cool. Speaking of cool, look at that.
Hey, I just want to plug your video that you did, Matt, on Keep On Collecting of the what is it called? The Blaster Hawk?
The Blaster Hawk, yeah.
Yeah, that was an awesome video. So anyone who doesn't know much about it, check out Matt's video that he posted. It's bloody awesome.
Well, I knew nothing about it until that video.
Yeah, me too. It's the first time I'd ever come across it. Yeah.
There was nothing on YouTube about it. So I just thought, well, I may as well make a video on this amazing piece. And it was complete. There was a guy selling his collection in Queensland on Facebook. So sometimes that's a bit dubious in itself, just trusting someone off Facebook. But he seemed genuine, I guess. So anyway, that's what he got. He had this in the box as well, in really good condition. The box. So, and all the discs, and all the 8 discs are in there. I just thought, as a kid, you'd have a ball like that would come off. So then you could just fly around with your Blaster Hawk with Battle Armor He-Man sitting in there. So yeah, it's got all bases covered, land and air. And then you could fire
Joe.
Yeah, that's right. That's awesome, the Blaster Hawk. I think that was the final vehicle I needed. So
I remember I watched that video and I realized I do not know as much about Motu as I thought I did. All these sort of random late wave vehicles, sort of wave 5, wave 6, because I was completely out of Motu by then as a kid. So it was honestly the first time I'd ever seen it when your video popped up. So definitely
always learning.
Check it out.
Always learning. It's good.
Yeah.
So I love it.
Sure.
So that's the point dreads there. Now I think I took the Castle Grayskull away, and behind there is Spydor in its box. And I'm really keen to get that out and have a play with this. I think it's because it's all mechanized with batteries, so it's going to walk super slow, and I think I can have a good play with that. So I'm getting a bit of a Zazel, you've done stuff with the G.I. Joe Bird guys, a bit of play motion, we'll call it.
Yeah.
I'd love to do something with my castles and get Spydor out, Skeletor in it. I'm gonna go and brag to He-Man. I've got this beautiful new vehicle, and
Mr. Potato Head.
And He-Man's riding. Yeah, He-Man's riding Batman's, bat bike or something like that, and just laughing at Skeletor.
Dude, if you put something like that together, I'll definitely tune in. It sounds like a riot.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
I can't believe you've got all the boxes for these things as well. I can't either. The artwork is just brilliant, eh? You cannot beat it.
Yeah, and that's what I was pointing. I think I did a slime pit video as well, and just the artwork on the slime pit, and just you can see the details of it's like an old Greco-Roman ruins in the background. Just the detail that they've gone into for this artwork. As a kid, you wouldn't even look at, but as an adult, you can really appreciate the effort they've put in. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
and it's good to see that's what Origins are doing now. Like when they do release it, like I guess Mossman, okay, like they got all that beautiful artwork on that Mossman card, and it looks great
every
now and then. Like you can see Castle Grayskull. They've got all the artwork on Castle Grayskull. It's so it's good that that's carried through to Origins. Yeah, that's what. These two fellas. Have you?
What are these?
They now. I can't. So there was this Super 7 did these back in 2016. They did a cartoon. It was a 10-minute short called Curse of the Three Terrors. And it was done in the animation style of like the Filmation animation style. So it had Skeletor, Beastman, and Merman, no less. And they were after a plant to cast this spell. And they've gone to the dark side of Eternia to get this plant, and they find this castle, and inside this castle are these three terrors. There's a terror wolf and a terror jaguar, and there was a terror bat as well. Yep, terror bat, and there was also, and then Skeletor gets possessed. So he's a possessed Skeletor as well. So they release these figures.
Oh, that's cool.
In conjunction with that short from Super 7. The music and everything, it was spot on. The voices weren't as good as the original, so Skeletor wasn't as good, and they really needed to use Azel to do the voice of Merman, or one of us.
Hey, you do a good Merman, mate. I reckon you'd rock it.
Thank you very much, Azel.
Hey, Andrew's here.
G'day, Andrew.
Andrew made it just in time for your Merman impression.
Yeah. He's probably sick of hearing it. But yeah, I found these in the Canberra vintage. I can't remember, CVCC they call it. $80 each, I think they were. And you go online now, and this is only about 12 months ago I found them. But you go online to try and get them. And there was none in Australia on eBay, but like $300-400 each.
I think they missed an opportunity by not calling one of them Terror Bull.
That would be in line with the Motu names for sure.
True.
That's one that Adam can put together.
Yes, nice.
Terror Bull. That's right, exactly. In honor of that cartoon. But they really good finds. They were the first original figures I think they had put together in 30 odd years. So, and there's good old Eldor.
Super 7 know what they're doing. Hey, they are genius.
The plastic, they're very shiny figures though. Like you can, I don't know if you can see the shine on their figures though. They're just so shiny. But good detail. It's a hard plastic, but they've thought of it all. They're doing a really good job. Well, they were back then when they were doing them,
right?
Back in 2016.
Well, that was quite the education. A lot of things I haven't seen before. How are you?
Always learning,
mate. You must have one of the biggest Motu collections in Australia, surely.
I don't know.
It must be up there.
Yeah.
It'd be good to, it'd be always good to get more. But you're getting to the tail end of it now. Like I think probably the easiest things are getting these meteor orbs. They're probably the easiest ones to get. Like I think I've only got 4 of the 10, so I need still more 6 of those. Do you have any of these, Phil? Any of these meteor orbs?
No. We were talking about those in another stream a couple of weeks back. And
I heard that they were making those in just generic Japanese cards now. You can go out and find something similar in Japan.
Yeah. I've seen the shaped figures, but they're not the Motu ones, obviously.
No.
Yeah, they've got a bit of a Japanesey look to them.
Knockoff to those. But
so you're
always,
you're a couple more of those.
Matt, you've got more of a Motu collection than anyone I've ever seen, Australia or otherwise. You definitely have more than Scotty's got. I think what Scotty's got, half of one. He doesn't have many, right?
Yeah, two or three figures.
I like that you've got an eclectic bunch of characters spanning all of the iterations of Masters of the Universe, including the newer stuff, which a lot of people dismiss, but I think they're actually quite good. That Castle Grayskull, if I could find that at a good price, I'd grab that. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Like, I mean, I haven't opened it. I mean, I've seen people's videos. I think it would be great. I've got that. I've also got the 2002 Castle Grayskull down there, but I feel that once you pull them out, they're just impossible to get back in. And I've got the original out. I feel that's probably enough.
If you've got the original Castle Grayskull out, then you've got the best one out.
That's exactly right. I agree. But I think just a few more pieces. I'd like to get those dinosaurs. I'm not sure about the laser Skeletor and He-Man. I'm not sure if I'll get those. I noticed they were on Australian eBay the other day, $5,500 for both of those figures in acrylic, and they sold. They sold.
Really? Holy
$5,500. So people are willing. They're willing to pay the money. So, and those big fellas, the Megator and Titus. So.
Oh yeah.
You've got the Terraclaw Skeletor, don't you? I think that was.
Yep.
Was that?
He's
that was in the slides. Yep.
Yeah. So I've got I think I've got all the figures, like the main figures. So just those laser ones I don't have, and the big giant ones. So yeah, and Eternia.
Right.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that one either.
Would you go a vintage Eternia or a modern one?
Vintage, yeah. I wouldn't have minded the new one. Just came at a bad time. I think to have it, they had it going for 2 or 3 weeks. I think that they had that, and I think we were in Melbourne when they bought it out. So, I'd pretty much spent all my money on a shopping trip already. So I went, shopping trip or Eternia. Yeah. And it was going to be too hard. Yeah. So I just probably made the right decision. But yeah, one day I can see myself getting an Eternia one day.
It's good, mate. It keeps you interested, eh? If you completed everything, what else? What would you do next? So
100%, Phil. Yeah, 100%. You just you'd like to just chip away at it. So I don't need to complete it this year or in any year too soon. But and I like to part of the joy actually is trying to find pieces for other people. So knowing, say, you know, if I can source a piece for Phil, or now I know a couple of pieces out of these, if I see them, I'd pick them up and go help someone else with a collection. Like, to do that brings it as much joy as filling a hole in your own. For me,
well said.
Helping the community.
Yeah, good.
And then once you complete, you can just get Adam to design you some more amazing Masters of the Universe figures.
Has he got a 3D printer to print these out?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Does he really? Can you request something like this? This is awesome.
Drop him a line.
Yeah. I don't think you'd have to twist his arm very hard for him to produce the mercenary.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's great to.
Anyone late in the chat to arrive? This is what our man Adam from Go Figure put together for Matt for his Masters of the Universe. His mercenary looks absolutely awesome.
Mercenary, absolutely. That would have been a good merman.
A
bit of badass, a bit of
for sure. Yeah. He looks great. He looks awesome.
Yeah, he nailed it.
Yep, even the Merfan was good.
Oh yeah.
Both of them, they're great. Still going with Bilsons.
Awesome stuff. Well, gents, we are at the hour 45 mark. I think we've had an awesome tour around Mermat's collection. It's been thanks for taking the effort for all those. I was expecting one shot of a wide angle of something that we'd have difficulty seeing, but you've zoomed in nicely on your collection there, so we've had a great look at what you've got. And
Thank you.
Man, yeah, that's
too much.
Amazing... No way, never. There's never too much Motu.
No, and I think we were interviewed by Stu from Universal Toy Collector, and I think he was surprised that when he asked, what's your go-to toy line? What's your favorite? If you had to get rid of everything but keep one, and I picked it was Motu, and I think it's just got the most nostalgic value, like something that we as children we played with just whenever we could, pretty much every weekend. Like I think our mum and dad thought we were the laziest kids. We never had getting in there and washing up or mowing lawns or anything. But we didn't always just play toys. We did a lot of other things. But when we did, it was Motu prior, and then I still have a lot of my GI Joes, but it's always Motu. It's just so much. It's got so much going for it.
Yeah,
sci-fi, fantasy, action, adventure, good guys, bad guys, Merman.
Merman.
Exactly.
I really appreciate you having me on. I really appreciate you having me on, spending some time with me, talking about Motu. I've been really feeling it, and I'm going to tell you a little secret. I was actually your very first episode that you had. I was in another live stream. I'm not going to say whose live stream, but I thought it would end by the time that you would finish. And I was in the live stream, but I went, I'm going to get on my phone and get onto these guys' MOTUesdays. And I'm watching you guys, and I'm in this other live stream. I'm like, oh.
Oh, thanks, Matt. We appreciate it.
I love this live stream, just talking Motu. I'm glad you do it. It's fantastic. Oh, thank you.
Brilliant. Yeah. The best day of the week for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And who knows, we'll have you on again, Merman, in the future for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Is Andrew much of a Motu guy then? Or not so much?
Nowhere near as me. He's
right.
He was really disappointed. He really wanted to get the Origins line. Big W made a big song and dance that they're going to get it all in, and Zaisley, it's just come in dribs and drabs, and but he appreciates it, but he felt, I think, like he did a bit of a fifth wheel.
Yeah,
doesn't know.
He's got that USS flag though.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
If he got stuck, he could just point to and go, "But I've got the USS flag."
Yeah, that trumps everything else.
That's right. You got that Grail piece.
So, speaking of keep on collecting, what have you guys got coming up in the near future? Any videos for us to keep our eyes out for?
Well, thanks for asking. There's something coming out tomorrow night. We got a premiere tomorrow at 9. It was kind of funny. A Friday or two back, I got 4 deliveries. They're all from YouTubers. So there was a gift from Reynolds Reviews. There was a giveaway win, and there was a purchase that I made. So they've all kind of land on the doorstep. And I've done a thank you video to these guys. Just having a bit of fun in it as usual. Awesome. This is the style that we got. Muck around, don't take it too seriously. But we got Scuba Pete. We've asked Scuba Pete. I think Andrew and I everyone loves Scuba Pete, right?
Oh yeah.
Everyone knows Scuba Pete, and I think we've got a lot in common with Scuba Pete. And so we thought, let's get him on the channel and have a chat to him. And so when he gets back from celebration, he gets over the jet lag. Hopefully, we can get him on and have a chat to Scuba Pete. So, it's lots happening. I think Ep.5, I don't know if he's still in the chat, but Ep.5, we're hopefully going to get on his channel as well. I think he's got something to show the world. So we're going to get on with him as well.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's the link to Keep On Collecting again, guys. So please go and check out their channel. I'm sure a lot of these people are already following the channel, but go and check out their awesome content. And both Aussie legends for sure, and both of them have amazing collections, as we've seen tonight.
I will just say quickly, when I first found your channel, I looked at your channel logo, and I was like, oh, this must be some really cool father-son toy conversation between a father and a son. I didn't get a good look at the logo, but then it didn't occur to me until much later. I was like, oh, that's those two. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Two mates. Who's the father and who's the son? I wonder.
Well, if you look at the channel logo, you're the taller one.
Yeah,
I'm the dad.
Right. So I thought because of the size difference between the two of you and it's a beautifully done logo. I'm not knocking the logo. It's my old man eyes that are the issue, right? Come on, don't tell me looking at that at first glance, you're not like, oh, it's a father and talking toys.
Danny DeVito and Arnold.
Right. Twins.
Yeah, that's the one.
No offense. I'm just saying that was my first impression. I was like, oh, I'll click on this and take a look.
No, that's funny.
Yeah. Who did the art for that? Who did it?
It was actually Andrew's nephew.
Okay, well, I apologize for thinking that it was very well done. Very well done. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that was my first impression. It looks beautiful. Funny. It's very well done.
Outstanding.
It's funny.
Yeah, I still, even now knowing it, every so often I still look at it and I go, "They got me with
that." I'll bring it up again for you. There we go.
Am I wrong, Phil? Am I wrong?
You are right.
Son.
Look at that happy family. You guys are a bit of a happy family, anyway. The whole collector crew.
Yeah.
The collector's pack. Yeah,
it's good to see you back last night.
Yeah. We had a bit of I think Ryan's been busy with a few live streams, so we just had to wait in turn. We had to wait in turn for Ryan to be free. But it was good to have a chat. We didn't have any guests on. Like we've been having quite a few guests, and I think we're just keen just to have a bit of a chat amongst ourselves and show some toys.
You showed your tubs.
Yeah, share a tub. Yeah, Andrew came up.
Share a pack of G.I. Joe accessories and no G.I. Joes.
Yeah, that's right. The G.I. Joe accessory collector, yeah.
Did they come with these Batmans, I wonder? Like,
it's a weird way to collect, but who am I to judge?
Here's a random question to finish the show on, fellas. Any of you two know from Cutthroat Comics, how much does the 40th anniversary He-Man figure go for these days? Any ideas? I've got 0.
Is it the new one?
Yeah, I still, if it's the new one, I still see it in Big W now for that's on clearance, right?
$25.
Yeah,
oh, really? Yeah. There we go. It's doable.
Cheap as chips.
Cheap as
Do you need one? Do you want one? I'll find one. I'll track one down for you.
Aussie or?
Yeah, online. I was getting notifications through Instagram, Big W, by the 40th anniversary He-Man, $25. Went, sold.
Have you noticed that Big W have upped their game for toy commercials? They on Facebook, I've seen it, and on Instagram, the new Transformers commercial they got. They're cutting it in with cartoon footage. They've got a whole studio set up. This is not your kids' Big W, guys. This is the new cutting edge stuff.
There we go.
This is for the collector's mentality. This isn't your kids walking into the toy aisle. They're advertising for us collectors.
They're for the collectors now.
Where are you from? Where are you from, Cutthroat Comics? If you need one, I probably can track one down. They're everywhere here where I am. Let us know where you are, and I'll see if I can find one for you.
Possibly Aussie.
Aussie. If he comes back with oi.
And just while
someone's frozen, is it me? It's
I
Phil.
remember Kiwi legend today. Well, me and our buddy Butch from the Bushwhackers, who sadly passed away earlier this morning. He flew over from New Zealand to the States for some WrestleMania event, obviously, because it was WrestleMania weekend, and he had a medical event and sadly passed away. So it's a bit gut wrenching. A bit of a Kiwi legend. So a bit amiss of me not to mention that, seeing that it happened today. So here's to you, Butch.
Yeah. Here's to you, Butch. All those good memories.
How'd
they walk down the aisle, Phil?
Oh, yeah.
One of these for Butch. Now, was he the one that went into the ring and then straight back out again?
In the Royal Rumble. He got
I'm trying to remember which one it was.
Yeah.
Was it Luke or Butch? I can't remember.
That's what I mean. I can't remember.
Cutthroats.
He's in San Diego. Okay. Well, let me know if you need one. I'll hunt one down.
There we go.
Let me know.
All right, lads. I think we will we'll call it a night or a morning or an afternoon, depending on wherever people are. But thanks everyone for tuning in again for another awesome MOTUesday.
Thank you very
I
much.
believe, Zazel, we've got our next one coming up next week, I think.
It is next week.
Yes.
Yeah, on Go Figure. He's got a guest
day.
lined up. I don't know if should I mention who the guest is? Is it up to me to say? Like, it's a pretty big one.
I'll leave that up to you, buddy.
It's a huge guest though, as far as Adam is concerned. We're Adam. If you think Adam is the go-to guy for 3D printers or 3D printing or toy restorations and stuff like that, this is the guy that Adam goes to. Right? We go to Adam. Adam goes to this guy,
Wow.
and we're talking about the legendary Toy Polloi. He's going to be on Adam's show. Yeah. Yep. For next week, next Tuesday, MOTUesday. He's going to be there.
Wow, that's excellent. Thanks, Chris.
So definitely hang around for that next Tuesday. Same time,
Definitely.
same bat time, same bat channel, same He-Man chat channel.
Brilliant.
But here's the keep on collecting. You cannot go wrong, honestly, by subscribing to these guys. It's a nice father-son situation. They sit down. No, honestly, you got
good wholesome stuff. Yeah.
That's right.
It's great voices. It's good also. Yeah, it's good to hear some Aussie voices talking about toys. I love all you international guys, but sometimes you just want to hear, your own accent coming back at you. Yeah, the old Aussie twang. So go check them out one time, won't you?
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you very much, Zazel. Thank you, Phil. And thank you, Adam, wherever you are in the ether.
All right, guys. I think we'll sign out and we'll Gaz, Thumbkiss, buddy.
Gaz.
Thanks for coming in.
It's Gaz.
Gaz, TJC, all the legends have been here. Thanks very much for tuning in. And let's play Adam's awesome and Zazel's awesome video again as we head off. See you next week.
Play the outro.
Ciao.